Hey guys, it's Arx here and Happy New Year to all of you and welcome back to my channel. We are finally back with some Akko Switch review and it's been a while. I kind of miss it as well. So today, let's all take a look and listen at the Snow Blue-Gray switches by Akko, as this is their first 5-pin switch and I'm so excited to try this out. But first, a quick message from our channel sponsor, the good people at PCBWay. PCBWay is your one-stop shop for all your PCB prototyping needs, and let me tell you that they have a lot to offer. Like this PCB assembly, flexible PCBs, advanced PCBs, and even CNC to 3D printing. If you are interested with their services, head over now to pcbway.com, links in the description. So a quick background about the switches. As mentioned, this is Akko's first 5-pin switch, which a lot of people are asking from Akko, including me, and it comes in with a 43-gram actuation force with a 18mm extension springs. By the way, the switches was sent for a review by Akko, but I wasn't paid to make the video, so of course I'll give you guys my honest and unbiased opinion about the Snow Blue-Gray switches. So in today's video, it's going to be the usual a stock versus lube comparison and a Soundtest comparison versus other linear switches, and of course a short material breakdown. If you all want to hear my thoughts and opinion about the switch, please do stick around at the end of the Soundtest, or feel free to check the timestamps. And speaking of Soundtest, let's do a quick disclaimer before we start. That the sound and experience will vary depending on your keyboard build, meaning to say that it will sound and feel different depending on your board. We of course be using the Vega 65 with a polycarbonate plates, a PCB to plate foam, and one case foam. The switches was lubed and the keycap that was used was a dummy key set. So with all of that out of the way, please do enjoy the sound test on the Snow Blue-Gray switches. So that was a sound test on the Snow Blue Gray switches. Please do let me know on what you think about them on my comment section down below, and let's have some quick discussions. Before we head on to my thoughts and opinion about the switch, let's break down the materials that was used on the switch. As you can see, these are a 5-pin switch and is using an MX style housing. So we have polycarbonate for the top housing. We have PA for the bottom housing. Of course, we have POM for the stems. Lastly, the springs that comes in with a 43-gram actuation force and 18mm extension springs. And that was the material breakdown on the blue-gray or snow blue-gray switches by Akko. If you made it up to this point of the video, I would like to say thank you for staying, and let's now talk about my thoughts and opinion about the switch. Finally, my thoughts on the feel. On stock, it's very different from the old Akko switches, as I don't find it that smooth out of the box, as you can feel the plastic raw feeling when typing. You can also feel a little bit of crunch on the switches. Also, a little bit of scratches, but it's not really that noticeable. With that being said, I don't really recommend using them on stock. It's not that smooth like the V3 cream yellows out of the box. Now, once lube, of course, it felt so much better and much more smoother. The pre-travel on these are quite normal for an Akko switch, while the actuation force is quite nice, 43-gram, and I thought that I would find it light at first, but they're quite alright as the bottom out force is around 50 grams. Now, the thing that I like about the switches are the springs. As mentioned, it has an 18mm extension springs, and basically extension springs gives you a faster bounce back when typing, which I think really complements the bottom out and the actuation force. And honestly, typing on these are really satisfying despite the light 43-gram actuation force, as I can really feel the extension springs when I bottom out. I can say that these are very nice once lube and can compete with the cream yellows, but you may need to consider the price, as these are $16 for the 45 pack while the cream yellows are $9. So yeah, you might need to consider that. But overall, the feeling and the typing wise, these are very decent. Now let's move on to my thoughts on the sound. On stock, well, it sounded all over the place, and it has that, again, plastic roll sound to it. It has a thin, clacky, high-pitch sound profile, and again, I don't really recommend using them on stock. But once lube, of course, it sounded more subtle and a lot more better. So it has, again, a clacky sound profile to it and a bit more toned down once lube. Honestly, they sound really nice and sounds a bit more high-pitched than the cream yellows, and I'm really digging the sound profile that these switches have. Overall, I am really impressed on how these switches sound and feel, and it's a really good switch again from Akko. And the 5-pin was a really nice touch. I mean, a lot of us has been asking for the 5-pin for so long now, and it feels nice that they already implemented it. It feels really satisfying to type on, not to mention that the clacky sound profile it brings out, but you may need to consider the price range. I think a lot of people right now in the hobby are getting the cream yellows because of how good they are for only $9 for a pack of 45, while these again would cost you around $16 for the pack of 45. I can say that the only thing that I like about these are the typing feel, but overall, sound and feel, I would say go for the cream yellows instead. But if you have the extra budget or if you want something new from Akko, I would say that these are still nice for what they are. And again, if you want to try something new from Akko, this should be the one. So yeah, that is it for our first video of the year. I hope you do enjoy the review on the new Akko Snow Blue Gray switches. I know I'm quite late to cover them, but here we are. And I hope you find this helpful. If you do, please don't forget to hit the like button, as it helps out my channel grow. So what's next? Well, we have to try another new Akko switch. Plus, we have a new prototype keyboard that is on the budget side. So please watch out for that. Again, don't forget to hit the like button, share if you want, and of course, subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys on the next Soundtest. Peace.